I get so caught up in the middle, thinking of drowning in those blue eyes. I'm losing sight 'cause I am falling.
Hi, and welcome back to Trey's World of Autism. I've been MIA for quite a bit. I've been trying to hit the goals that I set for Trey before he turns 5, which was like a couple weeks ago, as well as the Nemechek Protocol. If you haven't heard that video yet, you can go ahead and look back at my previous videos on setting goals as well as the Nemechek Protocol. And not only that, I've been doing some research as well, and I took a online masterclass on naturally recovering autism. And I joined an Autism Moms mentoring program with Karen Thomas. So I'll recommend her to you as well to do some research on that. So I've been quite busy, as well as having my son. I have 2 sons and they're still young. So I was quite busy with birthdays and then hitting some of the goals that I set. So I'm just going to touch base on those things. Once again, I'm going to touch base on the goals I set for Trey before he turns 5, the Nemechek Protocol update, as well as the naturally recovering autism that I just started. So first off, is going to be the goals that I set for Trey before he turns 5. So I set the goals and he practically hit all of the goals that I set for him. For example, like, let me read them to you. To eat by himself, drink by himself, go to the restroom by himself, dress by himself, put the dishes away, and also clean up his toys. So he usually he can eat by himself by using a fork. So he does use fork and spoon, but I do have to help quite a bit because he's such a picky eater, and he'll just eat very small if I just let him by himself to use the fork. So after he's done a couple of minutes of like eating, I'll still follow him around to help him finish the rest of his meal. And then drinking by himself, we totally took out all the sippy cups, so he's able to hold his own bottle now. Hold his own cup. And then using the restroom by himself, he's pretty much 100% potty trained. I do have to still guide him along the way, but for the most part, I kind of just tell him the steps to do, and he can go through the motion of going to the bathroom by himself, and then washing his hands. He just needs a little tiny bit of help, but for the most part, he's got it down. And then dressing by himself, he can put his shirt on his head and then through the armholes, and then put on shorts, take off his shoes. So he's right there. He's on track with that. And then he does he can put away his cups, dishes if I ask him to put it away in the sink. And then clean up toys also needs kind of some guidance, but if I say put it in the basket, then he'll help clean up his toys. So with that independence, he's hit all the goals that I set for him. And then the practice skills, that's basically just practicing some of the skills such as writing and tracing ABCs, and drawing on his own and coloring within the lines. So I did some projects towards that, and I did practice that with him. And he's gotten better with writing his ABCs. I still have to hold his hand, but he'll go through the motion of writing A all the way up to Z with a little touch of his hand guidance. But he's improved so much on that. And then I started with the numbers recently, 1 through 20, but he's lazy with writing the numbers. He needs a lot of guidance. And then I help him also to draw his shapes, because he always asks me to draw it. But I always hold his hand so that he can be trained to do it on his own. So I have been practicing that. I try to do it every day. Writing his ABCs, starting on a whiteboard and then paper. So he's basically been practicing all these skills, so that those goals I hit as well. And then the next one is expressing wants and needs, which was a main big one for me. I want to eat, drink, and then use the restroom. So all of that, he already hit all of that. So he is able to ask me if he wants to drink milk, if he wants to eat pancakes, he wants bread, and so on and so forth. So he does know how to express his wants. So that goal he hit already. So that's and then next goal was speech, and I wanted him to form at least 3-word sentences, and he surpassed that goal. He's even saying like, I want to color. Trey, what do you see?
I see fish.
I see fish.
I see shark.
I see a shark. What else do you see?
I see octopus.
I see an
I
octopus.
see starfish.
I see starfish.
I see crab.
I see crab.
I see jellyfish.
I see a jellyfish. Happy jellyfish. What else do you see?
I see dolphin.
I see a
I see
dolphin.
papa fish.
I see a
I
pufferfish.
see stingray.
A stingray.
Seals.
I see a seahorse. What else? Yay! And what shapes do you see? Do you see shapes?
School.
I see a circle.
I see square.
I see square.
I see triangle.
I see a triangle.
I see bicycle.
I see a rectangle.
I see
I see an oval.
I see heart.
I see a heart.
I stand.
I see a
I
diamond.
see star.
I see a star.
Good.
Good job. Gold, gold,
Good.
gold. Good job, Trey.
Good.
Gold. I want to drink water. So that's like over 3-word sentences. So that he surpassed. So he was doing really good with all hitting his goals. And then the next one on speech was 200 plus words or to use in one day, or increase his vocabulary by 200 plus words. So he has already surpassed that. He's probably, I'm sure, over 300, maybe close to even 400. And I'd even put here reading as his goal, but he actually is starting to learn how to read. I did flashcards with words, and he can read like over 40 words. And he's pretty good at learning how to read. Like if I put one new word out, after maybe two times of teaching him, the third time he already has the word down. So that wasn't even part of his speech or his goals, but he's learning how to read as well. And then also basics. Under basics, I put answering yes or no questions. So he's pretty good at starting. He's starting to do that, the yes and no questions. He was doing that that month of his birthday, or maybe like 2-3 weeks before his birthday. And then knowing how to say his name was my goal. He already knows how to say his name, not his full name, but he can say Trey. And then how old is he? When I ask how old are you, he can say his age. And then saying hi and bye. Sometimes, he says bye on his own. Prompting him, I have to prompt him to say hi at times. And then good morning and good night. I still have to prompt him to say good morning and good night, but at least he's actually saying it. And then the bonus one was to memorize his address. So I put like just a short, very short address for him to know, just in case someone asks him where does he live. So that was a bonus for him before he turns 5, and he actually has that down as well. He still has to fine tune his diction on saying the where we live, but for the most part, he got everything. So those were all my goals that I set for him to do before he's 5, and he practically hit all of his goals and even surpassed them. Like for example, I think I already mentioned he knows how to say his planets and the solar system, our solar system: Sun, Mercury, Venus, all the way up to Neptune. That wasn't even a goal, or I just was showing him the planets, and he showed interest in it, and he just said it all in order. So he surprises me. He's been growing and learning. So I've been trying to do my part in encouraging him. So those were my goals for him turning 5. I have a new set of goals. I haven't started yet, but I will write my new set of goals for before he turns 6. So like I said in the past videos, it's very important to set your goals so that you know where your child's at, and as well as you know where you want them to go. so that they can be able to function and to actually blend in with where they're supposed to be in regards to school. I mean, it's really, sometimes it could get quite stressful on you if you're expecting too much, but just be patient, try to have some fun with it, and then also incorporate fun when you teach your kids as well, to make it fun for you. And then next, I'm going to talk about the Nemechek Protocol. If you haven't heard that one, like I said, please listen to the previous videos. We've been on it for about maybe 2.5 months, maybe going on 3 months. So far it's been going as Dr. Nemechek has said. We are past the awakening period, and now it's the underlying dysfunction. So Trey did experience like aggression, like hitting himself maybe on the legs, and like some crying and angry outbursts. But now, I mean, Dr. Nemechek says to be patient, because now is a healing process to get rid of the inflammation in the body and the brain, and now your brain is being able to be healed. So it takes a process. It's not overnight. So I'm still experiencing some stimming and moods and crying and whatnot, but we're in it for the long run. That's our son, so we're being patient. I'm watching his moods and just continue on with the Nemechek Protocol. But that's where he's at right now. I would highly recommend, like I said before, to read the book so that you fully get the full understanding on why are you giving them, you know, the olive oil, the extra virgin olive oil, the omega-3 DHA fish oil, and then also the inulin. So to have a better understanding and grasp on why are you doing it, I do recommend that you read the book. He also has YouTube videos on questions that parents have. So it's a good tool to use after reading the book if you had any questions on your children's reaction to the protocol, and then it gives you a better understanding as well. And then so that I'm still going through with it. I'll keep giving you updates, but I do highly recommend Nemechek Protocol. But again, every child's different. Please do your own research, and because you understand your child the most. And then lastly, I want to talk about this program that I started to, that I joined recently. It's very new to me, so I just want to mention it and a little bit about it. Karen Thomas, her last name is Thomas. She's, if you can look up naturallyrecoveringautism.com. She promotes healing autism. That it's not autism is not a mental disorder. It's a biological disorder, so it can be healed. So the 5 stages that she talks about, if you look into it, first one is begin detoxification, support supplements, and healing the gut. So basically, healing the gut is the foundation. I mean, I'm starting to do that with the inulin, because the gut makes up about 80% of the immune system. So you can just imagine. So the gut has a lot to do with everything that works in our children's bodies. So the next one she talks about, and she is in her blueprint, natural heavy metal detoxification. So she talks about detoxing the heavy metals inside your body. And then number 3, clearing co-infections such as mold, Lyme, parasites, etc. And then 4th one is brain support and repair. And then the 5th one is ongoing maintenance. So she focuses on those things. I decided to join her program. She's very knowledgeable. She has a son as well as with autism, who's I think in college now, but he is no longer diagnosed with autism at all. But she dedicated, I think, 14 years just in doing research and learning how to heal autism naturally. So I did join her program because she provides answers at the tip of your fingers. Like, instead of, because I always research online, but sometimes I don't get the answers. I have to like stay up all night reading things. But with her program, you ask a question and you can go on different forums where parents that are going through the same thing and experiences answer the questions, and she gives the feedback. And then they also provide supplements for your children to help them heal naturally. She talks about, like I said, healing the gut first, and then all the other ones that I talked about in regards to healing. So it's also, she says, a lifetime process. It's a long-term process. She said it could take about 2 to 4 years, depending on your child. But I would highly recommend looking her up, her YouTubes, and then if you can, to join her program where you can ask all your questions, and she could recommend supplements to you. So that's Karen Thomas, Naturally Healing Autism. .com. So just look her up, and I highly recommend you to look into it. Excuse me. So that's very new to me as well. So I'm learning and I'm asking all my questions. So I can't really give too much on how my son's doing with the program because I just started. But it's very enlightening and very hopeful because she has helped so many parents heal autism with their children. So I highly recommend looking into that. So if you do have any questions on anything, on what I discussed and the goals and the Nemechek Protocol, as well as Karen's program, please don't hesitate to leave a comment down below in regards to that, and I'll try my best to get back as soon as as possible. So thank you so much for listening again, and that's what's been keeping me busy. It's been, I think, almost a month since I posted a vlog, but I'll be trying to come back once a week just to talk about the updates, and then to give also any recommendations that I think that you should try. But again, everything I tell you and I let you know and I recommend, please do your own research, read into like different YouTubes and different books, and look into different YouTube videos on it, just so that you could see what's right for your child. But thank you so much, and for letting me share my journey with you with my son Trey, and I hope everything goes well with your children. And with Karen, the thing that I liked about her is that we kind of had the same goal, or working towards the same goal, is to provide our children the best life possible and to reach their best potential. So I really am all in 100% into following her program, but I'll give you the updates when that's all done. Thank you so much again, and if you like the video, please like and subscribe, and if you know of someone that this video can benefit, please go ahead and share this video to them as well. Thank you so much. God bless. Bye.
I get so caught up in the middle, thinking of drowning in those blue eyes. I'm losing sight 'cause I am falling. I'm so deep down, and it's not